Hey, how are we all doing, people? It's great to see you. Let me get some background. There we go. And yeah, we're back again. It feels like for those of you that have been in the streams, obviously yesterday afternoon, yesterday evening, and then now, it feels like we've not been away from each other, doesn't it? That extra stream on FOMC days really does make it seem like we've just been in a continuous stream for the past day. But yes, as always, welcome back to the stream. Thank you very much for joining me. Today we are going to have Wiz join us about 1:30. Yeah, so that will be good. I'm just going to send him the link now. Just bear with me. Yeah, there we go. Just send. So he's going to join us about 1:30. Wait, it is 1:30. What am I talking about? I don't know what I'm talking about. For some reason, I was thinking that it was 12 o'clock. Yeah, For some reason, I was thinking it was because it's 12 o'clock. It's not 12 o'clock, is it? It's 25 to 1 now. So I don't actually know what time he's joining us. Maybe it was 1:30. I don't know. He'll be joining us soon anyway. But yeah. Nick, how we doing? Great to see you. Jeff, how are we, my mates? Steve-O, Gonksy, how we doing? And Steve, you saying it's because you love us. It is true, mate. It is. Steve, I'm very excited to meet you in person one day, mate. I'm very, very excited to meet you in person one day. Also, do let me know, how clear is my mic? Do let me know how clear. Is it as clear as it always been? Is it a bit different? Let me know, because I'm wondering if I've accidentally knocked one of the buttons, the twisty buttons, on the box for audio output. So let me know, how clear am I? Does it sound the same as it always has? Yeah, do let me know in the chat. And I'm just gonna pin the BLOFIN link in the there we go, pin message. But yes, so where are we on Bitcoin? Well, we dropped down again, haven't we? Obviously, yesterday we dropped down on FOMC. We watched this live. It happened right before our eyes as we were watching it on live stream. And then we got liquidation again this morning. Now, I was actually awake for this. I woke up early today, as I always do on a Thursday. It's a routine of mine, for one reason or another, to get up early on Thursdays. And yes, I saw this liquidation happen. It was weird because I woke up and Bitcoin was in and around here. It was around, it was after about 3:45, and afterwards I woke up. So Bitcoin was in and around here. And I was just doing stuff, and then I checked my phone again, and Bitcoin was at like 108,200. I was like, what is going on here? I couldn't believe it. Like, it was just like over a 2k drop within like 20 minutes. So yeah, that's where we're up to anyway. Again, Stonksy caught the downtrend very nicely, and we're just hanging in and around now. Of course, we do need to zoom out. We've got plenty to run through today as well, so it should be a really great stream. Wizard is doing yoga, then his pumpkin latte, mate. Yeah, the spiced pumpkin latte season, eh? Steve, I bet you love that. It's a very American drink, isn't it? It's a very American drink, so I bet you're absolutely loving that. You definitely love a trip to Starbucks, I'm guessing. Better sound. Ah, okay, that's good. Thanks, Nick. Hello, Gaza. How we doing, mate? Great to see you. And everyone else, do make sure, of course, you drop a big like on the stream. What are we on so far? 7 likes, not bad, but you guys can definitely do better. Let's get them likes above 10 at least. But yeah, as for Bitcoin, where are we? Where are we with Bitcoin? Well, we are, of course, pressing down toward the lows that we've held. Obviously, since we come up in July, these lows that we held in and around here. So you can see, obviously, 1 time, 2 time, obviously liquidation, 3 time. Not really getting the kind of the push up towards. You can see pretty clearly now that and again, it may differ how you want to draw this, but you can see pretty much most of our time, since mid-August onwards, has been spent with being below 117k. So as you can see, obviously we come up, use this as support, drop below, reclaim. We then pushed up to new all-time high, come back, use it as support again. Then we drop below, and then it became resistance. We dropped down, held support down here, come back up, resistance, drop down, held support down here, come up. Obviously, we spend, about a week or so above, sank back down, resistance, drop down again, resistance, drop down again. So we are basically kind of resided within this zone at the moment now. This kind of zone is basically where Bitcoin is trading in and around. But of course, we are pressing towards the lows. So the question is, what's gonna come next? Now, there is kind of a weakness around Bitcoin at the moment. I don't think that's too crazy to say. I think there is a real weakness around Bitcoin, and obviously we've had these levels marked out on a chart for the best part of ages, haven't we? The best part of ages we've had these levels marked out on the chart. I do think, obviously, it's undoubtedly if we start losing support, we're going to come in towards 100k. But we do have this CME gap down towards 93, 92k that I think. Sorry, I've still got a blocked nose from that cold I had last week. I should have really brought some tissues up. Let me just see if I've got anything over there. I have. I found a toilet roll. Actually, probably best leaving that there in case my nose blocks up again on stream. Right. So, yeah, this is where we're at in and around on Bitcoin at the moment. And I think it's becoming, obviously, the closer that we get to breaking support and the more time we spend with, smaller bounces back to support, I do think gives us a higher chance of breaking down here. Now, what's key to remember is, of course, support is support until broken. So again, it depends on where you want to draw this out. But I think, obviously, Stonksy's got the line drew there. I think kind of, drawing a box out and basically just giving it a bit of room either side works out quite well. But, we're not too far away, are we, from looking to come and fill some of these wicks in? Obviously, you've got this one and then this one with a drop towards 100k, but then ultimately maybe a drop towards 92, 93k. So it's definitely something to keep an eye out on. And yeah, it could be, maybe a not an exciting part to November, but maybe we get the kind of liquidation out the way moving into November. But I mean, again, this is basically all you need to look at for now is this range that Bitcoin's built between 117k and 107k, and just watching for obviously support holding, coming in, does resistance hold, yes, okay, look for a move back to the downside, and again for support, it's support holding, yes, okay, well, your risk is then to smack it back to the upside, and then ultimately if we break below, I think, looking at obviously this area, we do have this liquidation wick here again, but ultimately I think, that CME gap that's been open for what is the best part of 6 months now, maybe it's time for it to go and close. Let me know what you think in the chat. Of course, I'm not coming across, too bearish for anyone or anything. At the end of the day, we're traders, and you've just got to look at the reasonable places where price may trade into. And again, if that's to the upside or to the downside, doesn't really matter. What matters is obviously us not holding a bias and just looking at where Bitcoin could go, so we can, ultimately try and get a profitable trading. And that's what matters. But I mean, down here would be, I think, fantastic for a bounce to the upside. Again, personally, I don't really know where I would stand if we did drop down here, depending on, again, what happened and when in November, how early that happened in November. But yeah, we will soon see. And yeah, that's currently where we're at with Bitcoin anyway. But do let me know in the chat. You know, what do you guys think? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? What are you thinking? Oh, look who it is! Look who it is! If it isn't ye old wizard. He's loading in, I think. I think he's loading in anyway, unless he's having some network troubles. I think he's loading in. Oh, this is an interesting one. Let me go and get this up that I've just seen. Let me see. Have they tweeted this out? Yeah. We'll cover this in a little bit. Where is the wizard? He seems to have not loaded in. Let me remove him again and try and load him back in. But yeah, do make sure you drop a like on the stream if you haven't. It only takes a second on your part. And yeah, of course, helps the stream out. Let's see what we're up to. 8 likes. Come on. Come on. Let's make a big effort. You legends that are watching, 18 of you. You know, there's at least 10 that haven't liked. Please do scroll down, hit the like button and get it in. Let me get the poll up before Nick has to remind me. Nick, I know you was probably on the edge of your seat there, wanting to tell me to do the poll. I'll get it in before you get a chance to tell me off. What's this here? Let me quit that. Quit that. I've got some things open that I'm just quitting. Wiz has gone now, so I'm guessing he's going to try and maybe load back in. We going to the abyss, says Bobby. Right. It's looking, well, I mean, this is literally just what we've been covering. We are still at support. You know, we're still at support. Nothing has been lost yet. But it's looking more and more likely, isn't it, that we may drop. And I mean, looking at this is looking a bit toppy as well now, I think, in my opinion anyway. I'm gutted about this. I was staring Nvidia in the face yesterday at 211, 210 when it was there, and I didn't hit the short trigger, didn't hit the short ETF. I just kind of froze because it had gone up so much. If that ends up being the top, honestly, I am going to be in a world of pain. I'm hoping that it's not, but we'll soon see. Yes, Nick. Let me just ask Wiz. Let me just see. Oh, wait. Here he is. I was just about to message you. Here he is. I was just about to message you.
Hello, yeah. My internet was rugging me.
Was it?
Yeah. How are we?
Very well, mate. Very well. How are you? You okay?
I'm good, yeah. Nice bit of chaos.
Wiz. Do not tell me that Nvidia is topped out.
I got some shorts in.
I was staring at it in the face yesterday at 210, 211.
Oh,
and
mate, you should have gone in.
I know, I didn't go in. I was going to go in with size as well. It's already 3.5% down. That candle looks toppy as well, doesn't it? I think the S&P's kind of looking a bit toppy as well. Like, that is like a bit of a local top at least formation in it. Yeah, I'm gutted. I am honestly gutted.
Oh, mate. I shorted Apple.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm in the puts, but I did a 25x short that I'm layering in. So my entry on that was 27157, looking for a TP of 250.
Oh, nice.
Circle's nuking and all, isn't it?
I think everything's going to be nuking. Well, I'm looking at Bitcoin now. I've just been looking at it. Obviously, it's really pressing the bottom of the range now, and at some point, obviously, one of these are going to give way. You know, whether it be 117k or 107k, but honestly, I am gutted. I am honestly gutted. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know whether to just jump into more into S&P because that's not really moved that much, has it?
Mate, that would have been a beautiful one as well. 210.
Yeah, 2-2.
I think you might get a little bounce on it though.
Well, I was looking at it again this morning at 207, and I still didn't do it because I was looking at it at 210, 211, and I didn't.
Yeah.
Imagine if that's the euphoria just blow off top.
Yeah. Wizard is doing yoga, then his pumpkin latte, Steve.
Yeah,
I don't drink pumpkin latte, but I did do did a bit of yoga this morning, but I was out on a run.
Nice.
I had boys' breakfast club this morning with Chad Moonmore.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, very, very nice.
Yeah, so we were chatting all things crypto. No, we don't chat.
How many goes to the boys' breakfast club?
It's usually me, Chad, and another friend. So there's usually 3 of us that go. We try and do it a couple of times a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've agreed to go whitewater rafting on Saturday, which I feel is going to be absolutely Baltic.
Where are you going?
Lake District.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That was Chad.
Yeah, Chad set it up.
He loves it, doesn't he? Loves it. He loves it. I hope you've got a wetsuit.
Apparently they give you one. I've just been told to bring swimming trunks and shoes.
That'd be fun, that though. It'd be fun.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as you've got a wetsuit on, you don't really get that cold. It'll just be your hands, your feet, and obviously your head.
Yeah.
You go in.
Oh, that is ugly.
Yeah.
I'm looking through some of the stock charts. Did you see that one that I sent you yesterday? Phi.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, everything is not really looking that good, is it?
How is the VIX down?
Mad, isn't it? It's back all the way down there, isn't it?
Yeah, that Phi is horrible. That might actually be like one of the worst days from a stock I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, this is looking toppy, to be fair. I'm just thinking, just one more push up. Don't know whether I'm being greedy or not, but just one more push up on everything. But then I really just don't know. We'll have to see what happens, won't we? We'll have to see what happens. I mean, Google's up brilliantly. Google's up 8%. Yeah. These two have been smashed. Meta and Microsoft.
When are you lining your Google puts up?
I don't know. I might have to soon.
Google seems strong though.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Yeah, Google seems strong. We'll just have to see what happens today. I'm hoping give one more push up, give one more push, but yeah, I'm unsure, to be honest.
Let's have a look at the market. Oh, that is a nasty bit of price action on Bitcoin. I'm just annoyed I closed my short way too early. I shorted 116.
Yeah, I mean, this is literally. I mean, we've had this. I had this drawn out on stream for ages. You know, we've just had kind of these lower levels in waiting. I mean, this is the range, so there's nothing broken yet. You know, this is still obviously still classed as support, still the range low. You know, that's everything. But again, you know, if we break below here, in towards 100k from the previous demand zone, and then obviously below there, in towards 92, 93k where we have the CME gap.
Yeah, Microsoft looks. Yeah, the Mag 7. Amazon's a really interesting one. How do you think that one plays out?
I don't. What are they? Let's see. What are they? Oh, what have I done there? What are they forecast? So they're estimated to do 177.91 billion in revenue. That is insane. That must be. Is that the most out of the whole? Or no, maybe Nvidia's the most. I don't know, but that is a lot of money,
generates a lot of revenue. Well, half the internet runs on AWS.
Yeah. And then I really don't know.
I tell you what, how would Palantir? Did Palantir nearly clip 200? 19996 it went to yesterday.
Yeah, look at that.
That might be something that at some point will be a nice short.
Yeah. I'm so mad at the Nvidia one. I'm so mad at myself.
Yeah, you had your finger on the trigger for that one.
Yeah, but anyway, I mean, that's what we're looking at with Bitcoin, of course. Again, nothing broken yet, but it is looking increasingly weak in it. I think in the market, it's looking increasingly weak. So yeah, to step away. Do you still have your Zcash short open? No, the remainder of it got stopped out this morning, slightly in profit. I did close it. I did close most of it down from 360 to 326 or 327, and then left a little bit running, which it has basically done a full reversal of the pullback. So yeah, I'm completely out of that now. But it was a good trade. It was a nice short down. I'm not really interested in shorting it again because it's made its way all the way back. I just, I'm not really willing to chance this just not exploding again at some point. But yeah, that's where we're up to with that. And obviously, as you would assume, Bitcoin just taking everything down with it. This one just kind of front run this. So we was looking at XRP the other day and obviously retesting this area. It just didn't really get in there. It got in towards these. Obviously, if you were looking at the WEEX, it basically pinged the WEEX perfectly from the underside. So that may have been something to look at, but it didn't quite get into my zone of interest at 275. Solana bleeding down. I mean everything is bleeding down.
Altcoin's been wrecked.
Yeah, I mean look at Hype again. The rejection under 50. I mean that's some serious rejection in it. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days in a row where $50 has been $50 and slightly under has been rejected off.
I like the sweep on that of low 40s and then push through 50.
Yeah.
It's going to break through 50 at some point.
Yeah. The thing is, a lot of these altcoins, like Hype, Pump and that, these have all done remarkably well on their own. But, they need, obviously, a bit of support from Bitcoin, which Bitcoin isn't giving that to the market at the moment. So, these can only do so much on their own before they kind of get dragged back under. I mean, look at Asta.
I should have shorted Pump. I was chatting to you, wasn't I, about shorting it from the grey box, and it literally wicked in. Again.
Asta, I mean, it's coming down to retest, obviously, when was this? This was last week, where we bounced from. But the problem with Asta is there's just nothing to the left at all. If you go to the 4-hour chart, there's literally just like 3 4-hour candles. I mean, look at that. In here is perfect risk reward. Honest to God, like, it may put in some sort. I wouldn't rule out something like that, but if it does get it down there, and this maybe lines up with Bitcoin going into the 90s or something, I do think obviously in here will be the point where they turn the buy button back on and look to run it back up. That would be fantastic risk reward there. At that point, you are basically just saying, is CZ going to let this fail?
Yeah. Do you know what I am in that is printing me unholy? I am in a long on Jelly Jelly.
Oh, really?
Yeah. One of the guys I do spaces with, he's been going on about it for ages. Like, I'd say the last 3 weeks, he's been saying, buy Jelly Jelly, buy Jelly Jelly, buy Jelly Jelly. And I faded him on MYX and COAI, so I thought, right, go on then. I'll just get an isolated position and just buy a chunk on 3X. And I looked, and I'm up like 350% on it.
Let's see. Jelly Jelly. Oh! So where did you enter?
I'm in from 60.
Oh, so you're in from all the way down here?
Yeah.
Oh, you bastard. Oh, yeah. I mean, that is a nice, cool over 2x now, isn't it?
Yeah, let's have a look. What am I up? 293% I'm up.
Oh,
My entry was 695.
oh, nice. Yeah, that's really good. The rebirth of Jelly. Let's see. I mean, it's actually amazing, really, isn't it? I mean, this thing, you would have thought it was just completely dead.
Yeah, I have a lot of affinity for this because this is the thing that tried to break Hyperliquid that I
Yeah.
then was able to buy Hype for $10.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that big wick there, that was when it tried to break Hyperliquid.
Yeah, it was this, wasn't it? Oh, was it? No, I don't think it was. Was it not this? I think it was early April, wasn't it?
Oh, it might have been.
Did it not tie in with kind of Bitcoin's bottom in April? Let's go and see. Where is Hype? Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was that big one. Where is it? Yeah, it was down.
Yeah, it was April. Yeah.
Early April.
Oh, that was beautiful.
I think, yeah. Yeah, I mean, what a trade that is now. You know, what a trade that is. You are just really comfy from down there, aren't you?
Yeah, well, I sold that as we approached 50.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gemini, you rubbed me on that.
I mean, this isn't looking too good, is it? I mean, the main problem is, maybe obviously something should have considered was obviously what was Bitcoin going to do, because all crypto related stocks are just going to continue to get pummeled, aren't they now? Which is annoying.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you look at Circle, obviously. This thing, honest to God, this thing, this could very well, you know, obviously depend on what Bitcoin does, but
that could properly shit.
You know, I think if
That
Bitcoin
could-
falls into the 90s, I think we're finally going to get that. I would buy that all day long.
Yeah, what have I got marked out? Let me have a look. MSTR, because I think there's a bottom buy zone that I've had marked out. 260 to 242, 243. So you'd basically be clearing the wicks from April.
Yeah, please, yeah.
That would be generational.
Yeah, I mean the main problem with this is just like, well, I mean, if anyone wants, I think the main problem with this is at the moment it's fine because obviously it can be used as kind of like a levered ETF, can't it? But the moment that they release levered Bitcoin ETFs, what is the point in holding MSTR? Because it kind of loses that intrinsic value, doesn't it, that it's got at the moment of being like obviously a more volatile way to gain exposure to Bitcoin. But as soon as they bring out, 3 or 5x even levered Bitcoin ETFs, what would be, you're basically holding MSTR and having all the risk of their entry price and everything else, aren't you? So, the S&P is getting pummeled.
Yeah.
Oh, this thing is going to roll over and I am going to be fuming. Oh, no. Oh, say it isn't so.
What's Nvidia down to? 203.
203.
It's closing the gap as well.
Yeah.
What's Apple doing? Apple's holding firm.
Yeah, Apple's slightly.
I think you've probably got a decent shot on Apple if you think their results are going to roll over.
Yeah, I was looking at the Meta options before. Bloody hell, they're expensive, aren't they?
Yeah, but that's because it's a $700 share.
Yeah. But
I saw so many people on X. I couldn't help but chuckle. There were so many people who loaded up on that $850 calls, thinking that it was going to pump. And they are completely wrecked.
What is the reason that they missed the earnings per share so much?
So it was a one-off $20 billion expense, I believe.
Right.
However, I think some of the issue, I'd not had a chance to read it much because I was out last night, but
yeah.
I think there's and this is one of the concerns I've had with it all anyway, is is that it's the amount of capex that they need to spend to get AI, and I think the issue is the margins have come down, but yet they're needing to spend hundreds of billions of dollars to move this AI, and I don't know if how do you monetize that amount?
Yeah, well, they're raising 25 billion from bond sale,
so that'll be
I haven't really kept up to date with it, but if they basically just completely shut down their whole metaverse thing yet, or are they still trying to crack up with that?
I think they still do some of it, but I think they're trying to pivot more towards AI.
What a waste of money that was.
Yeah.
That thing is just crazy. I did actually bookmark some tweets for us to look at though. So obviously Tom Lee says Ethereum will reach 12 to 16k by year end. I don't know what sort of things Tom Lee has been drinking, but I would like some of that. If Ethereum is going to over 4x within the last 2 months of the year, obviously accounting for Christmas and stuff as well, I definitely want some of what he's been drinking. I can't see that, can you? 12 to 16k by year end.
Yeah.
Well, you can see it, or you can't.
Not by year end. I think we see a rally at some point. I think we see a really, really good rally at some point.
Yeah. So that's where we're up to with that. This guy, Scam Altman.
Yeah, the non-profit that's being listed with an IPO valuation of $1 trillion.
They've actually officially changed it from a non-profit to for-profit now.
No, but they put part of it still as a non-profit.
Oh, have they?
Yeah.
Crazy. This thing would be crazy on the stock market, wouldn't it?
Yeah. You'd want to short it, wouldn't you?
You know that this thing would just get giga pumped at first. Yeah, and I would love to short it. I would. And then this is actually quite interesting. That Ethereum is doing over 1.6 million daily transactions, while gas fees are still 1 cent. Yeah, because I actually found some. It was weird actually. I found some wrapped ETH on Polygon in one of my wallets the other day. I have no idea when that was from. I was just searching through my MetaMask just to see if I had any, and I found some wrapped ETH on Polygon, which obviously I got rid of. But then I also found some stables on ETH, not a lot, but a decent amount to send to my Cast card to buy some things with.
Yeah.
I tell you what,
how are you finding it?
Yeah, it's good. I'm up to well, it's where it says up to $88 in rewards so far.
Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, they've been giving me loads of points. I've been finding it good. I like it. But yeah, so I sent some money on that, and I was thinking, bearing in mind on these wallets, I literally had like pennies of ETH in there, just left over, just dust. And I was thinking, there is no chance in hell that I'm going to be able to send this out. And I was shocked. I was like, wow, I could actually send it. It is interesting, but I would like to see, because I don't know off the top of my head, relative to the ETH history, what is 1.6 million daily transactions compared to obviously the previous. But if
I think we're seeing more on there now.
If it is kind of like just quietly, performing well, because it went through quite quick as well, the transactions. It wasn't like of old where you have to wait like a couple of minutes. It went through quite quick. But I mean, if these stay low, then we'll maybe see some sort of ETH on-chain season. So the question would be, obviously, what do you want to gain exposure to for ETH on-chain season?
Well, that'd be interesting. I think because you're seeing stuff built on, like certainly some more of the exchanges as well in the dexes.
Yeah,
because there was another one that I saw. It was a DEX where you were able to use your collateralized ETH as your trading capital. So it collateralized staked ETH. So you essentially could stake your ETH for the return, and then it will give you a portion of that to use in stable on the DEX.
Right, yeah.
A bit
Got
like how Asta allowed you to use BNB whilst like wrapping it in that yield bearing wrapper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, got you. Jalapeno, how we doing? I know you hold some spot positions. Are you planning on exiting in the next altcoin pump?
Sold quite a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. I haven't held much spot for a good while now. I have dipped in and out of things. Obviously, that I've posted some of it in the Stonksy Discord and stuff. I have dipped in and out in things, but in terms of like full allocation, I'm nowhere near. Mostly part of that actually felt quite well because earlier in the year I was looking at moving house and needed to buy a bigger house, so I had to take some out anyway. So it fell quite luckily, really. But obviously throughout the summer and even like the last couple of weeks and stuff, I've hopped in and out of things, picked some stuff up. But in terms of like full allocation, yeah, I'm not anywhere near.
Yeah, because you always have the timing of it. Because I know that when you went full-time crypto, you sold a load of stuff just before Do Kwon reached chaos, didn't you?
Yeah, so sold a decent portion, but still lost some of it in there. Some of it was actually just through my fault of just trying to trade it as well. But yeah, that was really lucky in doing that. I mean, yeah, that was just pure luck more than anything, because had I still been working, I wouldn't have sold a lot of it, and I would have just obviously been in work and just watching everything turn to dust.
And you wouldn't have been sat there asking for Do Kwon to be pardoned.
Would have been sat there thinking, well, definitely can't leave my job now.
It's do you know what I read the other day that was really crazy? Do you remember the truck company, Nikola? The electric truck. Yeah. And you know Trump pardoned him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I was reading the other day? Because of the pardon, it also meant that he forewent having to pay hundreds of millions of dollars in court-ordered restitution to investors.
Really?
Yeah.
So them investors are now just
so they lost their restoration payments. He's now created a plane company.
Yeah, people like that just rinse and repeat, don't they? People like that just rinse and repeat. Tom Lee smoking crack, says Bobby. Are you big short here? I'll be honest, no. I'm not short on Bitcoin or altcoins. I do have some short exposure to the S&P and the Mag 7, but again, nowhere near the level that I want towards. I mean, even now would have been better, obviously, with the pump on Nvidia yesterday. But in the mind frame of maybe the next 6 months or so. But so the answer to that is no. No.
Yeah, I'm being teased by YouTube here. I'm one subscriber off 500.
Well, you guys know what to do. You guys know what to do. Let's get it on.
One off 500.
Come on, one of you legends, go and sort Wiz out. There you go. You just type in his name as I have, Wizard of Alt. One of you legends, go and sort Wiz out. Go on. I'll eagerly let's sit and refresh. Come on. Someone mustn't be subscribed to him that's watching this and can go and sort him out to the big 5 figs. Not 5 figs, the big 5. Let's see. Come on. What are you guys doing? Tell you what, I might actually be able to do it on my personal YouTube. Let's see.
Oh, you love it, Dave.
I don't know if I am or not. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Done.
Oh, nice.
You ready?
Oh.
You ready? 502. Oh. There you go. There you go.
Spoiled.
Stonksy community pulled through there. Tipped you over 502. Right, everyone going on subscribe now.
That looks horrible, doesn't it?
Yeah, you go and anyone else, just because he's got to 500 doesn't mean that you can't subscribe. Go and show him some love and subscribe. Send link, mate. You're lazy. Just did it. Scottish is a legend. Legend Scottish. Thank you very much. I'm sure Wiz will be loving that. But yeah, that's obviously Bitcoin. And let's go and have a look maybe good to, yeah. I mean, for ETH, I think actually, you know, the downside level is basically the immediate one anyway, is where the wick came into. So obviously down here from where August lows got put in, obviously coming and filling the wick in would be next potentially for ETH. And then below that, I would actually be looking towards 3K. So we'll see how that works out. Again, you know, much like on Bitcoin, doesn't mean that we're going there. Again, you know, you can see on ETH, if I just remove these arrows, we are just trapped in a trading range. So you can see ETH from in and around kind of 4,250 down to in and around 3,700 and above. That's the range. And all we're doing at the moment on ETH and on Bitcoin is pressing the range. Doesn't mean that we're going to break below it. But of course, if we do, then, you know, we have to have a plan, because we are just obviously
free fall here.
We're pressing support hard. So we'll see
it's a brutal dump today, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, we've got this to cover. Obviously, I haven't read too much into it. I kind of saved it for the stream.
Yeah, I bought some more yesterday because they started to cool off. So yeah, I've got a load of tickers of these. I've got a very long list. So what I will do actually for this is I'll be very kind and I'll put them into the Stonksy Discord. So I've got a lot of tickers for this. I'll put them in Stonksy. That way everyone can subscribe to Stonksy and get some.
Yeah, so this is obviously, big up Wiz. But this has obviously come from, you know, the meeting today. That was hilarious. Did you see the handshake? The handshake was bad, weren't it? Like, she just came across really cold and like just not asked. And Trump was, you could tell Trump was really trying to assert dominance, couldn't you? Like, he was really doing his best to try and assert dominance there, but he just went up and shook his hand and didn't say anything at all.
Chaos. Some of this stuff looks so brutalized, doesn't it?
Yeah. Bobby, we will actually have one come into Stonksy soon. So maybe as early as next week, we will be able to give you one. And it's one where you can actually buy with crypto as well.
Is it?
I think so, yeah. I'm pretty sure.
I think I know which one you mean.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can buy with crypto on it anyway. I'm sure you can. Well, yeah, I don't know where that's up to. I know it's been in talks for a while, but I know hopefully that something was getting done on it anyway. It's not done yet, so obviously can't.
I think this is the one. Yeah, I know which one you.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure you can do crypto on it, can't you? I don't know.
I think so.
Yeah,
sits inside TradingView.
Yeah. But obviously, apart from that, you know, you've got your standard ones. You know, you'll have undoubtedly heard of Trading 212 and eToro and all that stuff. So, yeah, obviously they are just directly with fiat, aren't they? So, nothing to do with crypto. But yeah, that's obviously about the rare earths. And then you've got the meeting sparks optimism in China amid hope for lower tariffs and a honeymoon in ties. So again, yeah, they met in South Korea, and I believe he's meant to be going to China in April. But many people in China cheered the meeting on Thursday between the two presidents after months of escalating bilateral tensions. Every time the two leaders meet, it helps ease tensions and creates a positive atmosphere. Each side lowering tariffs to below 10% would benefit capital flows and cooperation. Trump said on Thursday after the meeting that the US would halve a 20%. What is that word? Fentanyl. Wait, that's not that drug, is it?
Yeah. It's it's the opioids, fentanyl.
Oh, I didn't. What is that used for then?
Fentanyl.
Yeah.
So it's a powerful, very, very powerful opioid that is obviously wreaking havoc in the US. It's I think it's like something like 10,000 times stronger than heroin.
Yeah, well, I don't know why. For some reason, I just thought that was banned in the US.
No, it's
No.
used in well, it is. It's a class A. It's used
Yeah.
in they use it in hospitals. I've had it once when I was as a painkiller.
Right.
Pretty good, but obviously that was done properly.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, no, that's that because
Morphine.
China. So China's a big producer of it, and there's a lot of
Yeah, I
producers
know.
of it in Mexico.
Yeah, I know. Obviously, America has really big problems with it on the streets and stuff like that. But I didn't. I mean, when it said fentanyl tariff, I assume that means like it being bought in for medicinal use, in it. Yeah, like not anything else because.
I think he wants China to curb the exports of it, and so I think he's saying to China, when like the exports of it from China stop coming down, we'll take that 20% off.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's brutal. It's like a single speck of it can kill multiple people. It's nuts.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's used in hospitals. Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah, if you ever have a serious injury in hospital, it's used as quite a strong painkiller.
Is it? I've had morphine before. That was amazing.
Yeah. No, I've had this one before, and I don't want. I was obviously quite distressed at the time, but it was.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
Yeah. You can't beat the gas on air though.
No.
You can't beat the gas on air. Anyway, so yeah, that happened today, and that was actually the kind of the catalyst for Bitcoin's dump earlier on this morning. When we dumped down, this was wild to watch. I was telling the chat and the viewers before, because I always get up early on a Thursday, so I got up about 3:45, and I checked my phone, and Bitcoin was above 110k. And then I was doing something, I checked my phone again, and Bitcoin was like down towards 108. I was like, what has just happened? And I looked at the chat, and it was just one big red candle. Couldn't believe it.
This is really interesting. Have you seen the gilt yields? You know,
No.
we speak about this. It's they have absolutely flown up. I'll see if I can. So, you know, we were saying the other day that they were at support.
Yes.
They've had quite a strong bounce up from it, and we're now pretty much have erased all of the month.
Is this on US or?
Yeah, both US and UK, to be fair.
Oh.
US is a lot more pronounced because obviously they've had their news. So if you look at the US 10-year, that's bouncing back up to where it was at the start of October.
Yeah, it's lining up quite interesting, isn't it? Because obviously with Powell's comments yesterday as well, December should be really interesting. I mean, there's what basically they've done is threw a lot of uncertainty at the market now, haven't they? Because now it's not so bang on that they are going to be cutting in December, which is where maybe we see obviously some selling coming in potentially over the next, maybe leading into FOMC or whatever, because there's a bit of uncertainty around what the Fed are actually going to do next.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, I mean, the S&P has been bought up well. The previous times that it's dropped. This was this morning that where obviously Bitcoin dropped and it bounced pretty nice. But yeah, maybe it's coming for this wick. Obviously, we're not too far away at all from this wick here. So we'll have to see. But yeah, tip it over 7,000 and I would be so happy to go balls to the wall then. Just tip it over 7k and I would be happy to go balls to the wall. 104,500 next, I reckon. Well, if we break below 107k on the daily, I think we are going into the 90s, low 90s. I would be looking at the CME gap. Is my opinion. Which is obviously something that we've looked at for a while.
Yeah.
I know. I know. Obviously, Justin's looking. I think he's looking at 98, isn't he, or 97? But I'm thinking, if we go all the way down there, we may as well go and close that CME gap. Which, yeah, would actually tie us in quite nicely, to be fair, because it would bring us basically to the bottom of that demand area that we found in late April. But again, we have to, we have to break down first, don't we? We have to break down. This isn't just going to happen on its own. We need to ultimately go and break down first and foremost.
100%. I think we've got a little bit more downside. It'd be interesting to see how we open. Hype looks, the 4 hour on Hype looks really interesting.
Yeah,
because that's now into liquidity.
Yeah, I mean, what would be interesting is if the S&P opens and the dip just gets eaten up straight away. Honestly, that Nvidia is going to haunt me. Go back up, yes. Go back up. Go all the way back up. Send it in towards 220, and I will short it with size and walk away for 6 months. Honestly, I would just walk away and do nothing to it for 6 months.
That monthly candle on Bitcoin is just, it's just so funny, isn't it? Like, it's just nuts.
Yeah. Cheers, Jeff.
Nuts.
Catch you later, mate. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Let's pull it up. Let me pull up a clean chart. Yeah, I mean, I actually filmed a short on this that I've scheduled to go out at. I think it's actually it's scheduled to go out at 3 o'clock. The short on this.
That is a hope and dream wrecker candle.
Yeah, I mean, it's the biggest indecision candle we've ever had on Bitcoin. By far. By far, obviously, the only one really that comes into consideration is this one from the top in April 2021, which doesn't obviously ring a good bell because this was right at the top.
Yeah.
Before like a 50% retrace. And I think it's very unlikely that we're going to print this double top pattern again. So, I mean, what? Yeah. I really, you just don't know. I mean, I look at the monthly and you do think, don't you, like that has been going up for a very long time. That has been going up for a very, very long time. I mean, you also, you can do a nice, you probably get this better on the weekly or the daily in terms of drawing it, but you've also got this, which actually would pull it in quite nicely into that kind of 92, 93k level if we're going to come and touch this again.
Yeah, that would be a hope and dream record, wouldn't it? Below 100.
Yeah, I think that's when everyone starts to really panic then, isn't it? If we ended up getting there. But again, like we've mentioned, we have to break support first, which we haven't, so there's nothing to worry about at the moment. We are just pressing support. So yeah, that's currently where we're at anyway. But yeah, let me know in the chat. Hang on, we're open.
Yeah, let's have one, mate.
Yeah, we're open. There we go. There we go. We're open. So what are we going to get? What are we going to get? Is it going to be turnaround Thursday? The S&P is tumbling down.
New kit. What's Apple doing?
Oh, Nvidia's back up to 205.
I tell you what, Apple's pushing up nicely.
Meta's down 12%. Oh my god.
Whoa. Brutal.
When was the last time we saw one of the Mag 7 down double figures? I don't think even Tesla's been down double figures in ages, has it?
No, that's brutal.
That is crazy.
I actually wonder. I want to know. I'm going to have a look now, Dave. How much do you reckon Meta puts are worth today?
Oh. So that's looking for downside, isn't it?
Yeah. Let's have a look.
That is crazy. Oh,
So
Google.
Meta, if you'd have bought weekly puts, you're up 8x overnight.
Oh my god. That is crazy, isn't it? So we're coming in for a sweep of that candle on the S&P now anyway. Honestly, if Nvidia dips below 200, I am going to be so sad and angry. That is why. Oh my god! Look, getting murdered. It's down 13%. Let me do a split screen so we can look at Bitcoin and another one, because obviously that Meta fall off is crazy. Right, let me pull Bitcoin up and we'll throw that on the 5 minute, and then let's watch Meta, because that is wild. Right, let's go over here and let's pull up Meta. Wow. Holy hell. Imagine him. Now this would show that the strength in the stock market, wouldn't it? Imagine if this closed green today.
Oh,
Can you imagine? Could you imagine?
That would be brutal.
Everything's dipping down now.
Apple's
Nvidia's tumbling. Oh no. Oh, honestly, I swear to God, if I just let the top bypass me, I am going to be so sad.
Well, this is the thing. Look at the only thing. Obviously, Google has pretty much given up all of the pump it had in pre-market.
Yeah.
Apple, just look at the state of that. That is.
Yeah, that's moving up, isn't it?
And Stonksy short on it. Did Stonksy call the short on Meta?
No, I don't think so. I looked for it this morning. Obviously, the other one is Amazon, isn't it? That's got its earnings today. So Amazon and Apple.
Amazon, brutal. That is brutal on Meta.
Yeah. So the S&P is coming in for a sweep of yesterday's low now.
Just look at the state of some of that.
Bitcoin's, to be honest, Bitcoin is just chilling, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bitcoin is literally just chilling around, like, seems a bit unfazed by it all, which is obviously a good thing. It shows that there's a little bit of strength there, which is what we want to see. To all those people watching, thank you very much for watching. Do make sure you drop a big thumbs up on the stream. Make sure you are subscribed as well. If you are new to the stream, come and say hello into the chat. And of course, subscribe. It's crazy. Let's see what others are doing. So you got ETH. Yeah, I assume the thing with alts is not most of them won't have moved because Bitcoin's not moved. Like everything will basically be in and around the same. Oh, look at Pump down 10% now.
Oh, Dave, you should have followed me in. Look at Apple.
Oh,
giving up the pump.
Oh no! Look at Nvidia. Oh my God, this is actually going to haunt me forever. I think. I actually think if Nvidia never goes back towards 210 now, I think that is going to haunt me for the rest of time.
I've averaged out my entry price to Apple now at 27257.
Yeah, this is there you go. So the S&P now has swept yesterday's low. So let's see if it can turn around. Or if it's going to keep nuking. So go to the daily view. That's what it's looking like on the daily. Pushing through now. Brutal day.
Chipotle has been brutalized.
It's a brutal day.
That's down 20% today.
Have we had GDP yet? That was being released today at some point. I don't know when. I don't think there was a time put on it actually. unless that's part of the data that's not being released.
Yeah, Dave, MSTR entering the zone.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's getting battered, isn't it? I think this goes much lower, to be honest.
Yeah, I think we see a sustained bleed out. I think, personally, anyway.
Everything is bleeding out, isn't it?
Look at that on S&P.
Oh no! Go back up. No. Oh, I imagine how comfy I'd have been sitting now if I'd have just pulled the trigger on that. I'd have been sitting so comfy. ETH dipping hard. Yeah, everything dipping hard, isn't it? Is it going to be like a bloodbath Thursday? By Christ.
That is brutal on Ethereum, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the S&P. I actually had a dream last night that the S&P was down 3%. Can you imagine?
You'd love that.
Oh.
Apple finally gone red.
Oh no, look at Nvidia. It's going back below 200, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Sadness in my eyes. Oh yeah, look at Apple. Meta's pulling back a little bit, tiny bit.
I think we see a little bit of dip buying at some point.
Yeah. You would think so.
Yeah.
Hello, Debut. How we doing, mate? Great to see you. You legend. What else is going on? Bitman. Where's Bitman? There. Down 4%. Oh, yeah, there you go. There's the follow through on Bitcoin now. Holy hell.
Down we go. I have open orders for stuff.
I'll have to pull out the daily chart now.
I do actually, yeah. I've got some open orders for stuff. Hopefully we get tagged on some stink bids.
Look at it. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, it's been a bit of a brutal open. But this could easily get bought back with strength, couldn't it, leading into the afternoon if the appetite is there.
Yeah.
Look at that. Crazy. Chart's looking like pump fun today. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is honestly, this is a really worrying part for Bitcoin now. This is like a really must-hold zone on the daily, anyway. Or we are going down towards 100 and sub 100.
Oh, I've got to drop off in a minute, Dave, but Apple Mega Nuke would be brilliant. How is that thing still green? I don't know. I genuinely think it nukes.
Imagine if the earnings come out really good. Imagine that.
Well, I've got my stop loss on there, to be fair. My stop loss is 278.
Yeah. Yeah, imagine if it comes out good.
Yeah,
you just don't know, do we? We just don't. You just don't know. I mean,
it's going to see a brutal day. But yeah, anyway.
You look at Meta that actually beat the revenue estimate and then just absolutely slumped on EPS.
Yeah. Anyway, Take care.
Right, thanks for joining, mate. I'll catch you later.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone go and show Wiz some love over, of course, on his channel and on X. But yeah, Bitcoin is falling down. Doing on this? Are we showing any sort of dip buying yet on this? Of course. Oh, look at Zcash. Wow, that has reverted quite hard on it. Look at that. This thing pushed all the way back up. Oh, crikey. Crikey. Yeah, we continue to fall on the whole market, basically. I was just looking across the watch list. Yeah, Bitcoin's really pressing that range low now, so anything could happen from here. But I mean, look at the watch list, pumped down over 11%, 6, 5, you know, a bunch of 5 and 6%. Absolutely crazy. Look at Aero. Somehow Aero is just chilling at 3%, over 3% P&L. Bloody hell. 3% daily move. Borg minus 10%. Crikey. This thing is dead, innit? Look at the call on Stonksy on that. Woo! Very nice. Yeah, I mean, everything is just turbo nuking in it. Everything is just turbo nuking. We're going to start seeing some resilience over in the S&P. Yeah, I mean, bit of a bloodbath in it. It's a bit of a bloodbath. Let me know in the chat. I forgot to close the poll. Didn't I? Don't know if anyone changed the votes or not, but yeah, I forgot to close the poll. We're at a really interesting point in the markets. Bitcoin is at an increasingly interesting point of where we could just find some resilience and obviously hold this range low, or really start to press downwards. It's obviously at that pivot point now. You know, when we was a little bit higher, you know, 110k, 111, 112 and all that jazz, it wasn't really worth the discussion. But while we are now pressing obviously support, it is worth the discussion on, you know, potential extreme downside. But again, we've not broke below there yet. You know, we're still holding there on a daily, but it's not looking the best. The S&P is starting to push back up, though. As you can see, we did sweep that exact level that we were looking at yesterday's low, and we are pushing back upwards now. As you can see, Nvidia's pushing back up. God knows what will happen with Meta today. The rest of them, I mean, Google's up 3.3%. Tesla's minus almost 2%, but could be a serious turnaround, which would be good for Bitcoin. You know, if we get a good push up on the S&P, at least it gives Bitcoin some breathing room to maybe try and launch a recovery. Bobby says for sure we hit 100k. If it drops fast, it could bounce as fast. I mean, the thing to remember is as well is we are coming in towards monthly end, aren't we? You know, we have the end of the month tomorrow, which typically, you know, you get some end of the month profit taking or just rebalancing, people closing positions, all that stuff. So that is another really important thing to remember is we have end of the month coming in. What have we got going on here? I'm just checking. Oh, what's this? But yeah, Bitcoin, we're starting to launch some sort of low time frame, very, very low time frame recovery. Very low time frame recovery. The S&P, look at that on the S&P. There we go. Sweep yesterday's low, and rally back up. And we are seeing it across the Mag 7 now, ever so slowly. Things still down today, but starting to U-turn. Should, in theory, give us some room. Bitcoin is obviously weaker against them, but, you know, that can change very fast. And, of course, crypto-related stocks too. But, yeah, what we would just want to see a big push now. Bitcoin has the chance to close the daily quite nice in having retested this zone. You know, if we can get kind of a long upper tail on it to show, you know, good buying strength and demand down here, then ultimately, you know, that would be optimum. But we, we'll see. But, you know, like I said, we are at the range low. So we are obviously slap bang in the middle, at the end of where we want to see, obviously, it hold and where it can test quite comfortably without worrying too much, which is exactly what we're doing at the moment. You know, this is where your risk reward is for longs, in terms of looking at where Bitcoin has formed a range. If we just get a wick on 102k, that would be perfect. Yeah. I don't think the market is going to give us that perfect entry, is it? I think it's either keep the range from here or sub 100 in my eyes anyway. Don't know about what everyone else thinks. Although look at the S&P go. Come on, Bitcoin. There we go. Bitcoin 108k again. Come on. Let's have some strength come in. The S&P could even go positive again today. It's not that far away. Could see what we want to see is where was it that we got? Was it yeah? It may have been yeah. I think it was yeah yesterday. Obviously, this just big recovery during FOMC. Let me know in the chat, what are you guys thinking? Let me know. I am thinking it's going to be one extreme or another. We should get a solid bounce from here. Or we get a cascade because we are at that pivotal level. Yeah, we are. I mean, there's not. The problem is there's not really much to analyze that we haven't already analyzed, isn't there? Like, there's not really much to analyze that we haven't already analyzed in terms of what Bitcoin and altcoins are doing. We're just waiting for that pivot point on Bitcoin to either provide a decent bounce or give way. You can see on the 3-day we have come down and took a nice chunk of liquidity, obviously resting below the lows. We've come and swiped that. Let's have a look on, say, like the 2-week. So the 2-week, yeah, we haven't actually taken it on the 2-week yet. You know, you can see we've got two kind of equal lows there almost. They are showing hot liquidity down towards 106 and below. And then, of course, just all this liquidity here down towards 100 to the upside. It's not showing that much. There's no hotspot anyway until 116. There you go. This feels like a fake to upside, then more drop. Maybe. I mean, we are at support though. That's the thing, isn't it? As what I always try and adopt is the mind frame that support is support until broken. So until we get like a clean break below 107, leading to, obviously failure to bounce and leading to 106 and lower, I always try and just be open-minded and assume that, this is the place where we can bounce from. Like, for instance, on the daily, ideally, obviously, we want to see the daily close. But, for instance, if you were taking a long here, all is you actually doing is using the price action and obviously the range. Now, again, there is risk because we could just cascade to the downside. But again, depending on how tight you'd want your stop. And then, you'd be looking for a move into the range high, wherever, you'd want to put your take profit, whether it be here, wherever. But again, if you was to take something like this, and again, this isn't financial advice, don't go and just directly copy this trade. But if you take something like this, you would have the right idea because you're longing where, you know, we are at support, and your stop loss would be where we'd be losing support. You could get obviously a wild wick where we come down and just put in a long lower wick and then obviously close inside. But, you know, kind of that idea of long in support and short in resistance is ultimately, you know, the age-old way of trading, isn't it? But yeah, that's where we're up to with liquidations as well. Is there anything going on CT? What's this? What does everyone think airdrop wise for Q4? What do you think we're gonna get airdrop wise? I think it would be good to see, and again, you know, maybe there's not really much point for these companies to do it while the market's looking like this, but it would be nice to see one of the big ones like MetaMask, Coin, you know, the base token, some form of like positive, you know, to really get people positive and happy again, being given free money. Praying for MetaMask drop, yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it? That would be really nice, a MetaMask drop. I'm with you, mate. I'm with you. That would be optimum. I mean, ideally, a few. We're already basically into November though, so it would be a bit of a rush to drop loads, wouldn't it? But did anyone get any of that monad? I got nothing across all my wallets. I really don't know what you had to do to qualify for it, but I got nothing across all wallets. Yeah, everything's just kind of hanging around, chilling in it. I suspect maybe we could just hang about. Oh, look. There we go. We need some kind of delayed reaction from Bitcoin here because Bitcoin's not moving. What we need is it just to be a bit of a delayed reaction, and maybe the market just kind of looking to trap shorts, building some upside liquidity before ripping it up. But when we're getting a reversal like this on the S&P, it opens the floodgates for Bitcoin to just at some point just go pop. So keep an eye out for it. Come on, this thing push higher. Push into 220 to 230. Come on. Come on, Bitcoin. It's just a bloodbath, isn't it? I mean, look, what was that down 24? Oh yeah, this thing. It's just an utter bloodbath. I'll be keeping a close eye on this if it gets down towards here-ish. I'll be keeping a very close eye on it. I missed the optimum entry on this thing. I'll be keeping a close eye on it for sure. What's memes doing today? Oh, dare I even look? To be fair, some of them are not actually that bad than altcoins, really. But I mean, oof, SPX. The problem with this thing is, if you look on the daily, and this is obviously the zone that we've had marked out for a while, is again, you know, this has just tested this area so many times, and each time the bounce has got smaller. So you can see this time test, bounce to all-time high, test, bounce lower, test, bounce lower. The bounces are getting more weak from this zone, which makes you think maybe down to the next area, which would be into here, and then obviously from there down towards 6.3. Fartcoin. I would like to take a stab at Fartcoin down here if it gets there. I think, you know, again, not necessarily, doesn't really matter if we don't go down there. If we don't go down there, we don't go down there. But what is important is obviously to have levels of interest planned in ready, so you're not kind of just overtaken by fear and just over emotion in the market. You know, if we get down to sorts of really low levels for whatever reason, then at least you've planned ahead and got positioning in. Come on, Bitcoin. There we go. There we go. Come on. Start pushing back up. But yeah, everyone that's joined today so far, thank you very much for joining. Do make sure you drop a big like on the stream. How many likes are we on, actually? How many likes are we on? 21. That's a good amount of likes. If anyone hasn't liked, please do. But of course, if you're looking for anywhere to trade, look no further than BLOFIN. Fantastic exchange. Obviously, non-KYC. Offers great, superb, just amount of, you know, altcoins to trade as any other one. But yeah, the security, the transparency, and the fact there's non-KYC. Also, you do get some great bonuses when you sign up with the Stonksy link. So do make sure you go and do that if you haven't. Link is in the chat, but it's also in the description. Here we go. Come on, Bitcoin. So it is maybe, while the S&P's kind of, it is still pushing up, but kind of hanging around. Here's maybe that delayed response that I was talking about 5 minutes ago. That delayed response on Bitcoin to TradFi strength? Have we baited enough shorts to at least get a decent squeeze? I mean, where would I be looking? You know, into here. You know, the sell-off zone looks like a good place to at least squeeze to, and then obviously, you know, reevaluate there. But you just basically all you do, you come out and you take out all this from on the way down, don't you? Any shorts and liquidity, rest in there, and then you come into the sell-off zone, and then obviously we'll see if there's further low time strength or if we need to come down, and then obviously maybe then make another crack of it. Come on then. Yeah, nice place for it to squeeze from. Everything is there now. Everything is there in terms of, you know, turnaround in TradFi. Everything is there for Bitcoin to get its skates onto the upside. ETH not really doing anything, is it? Oh, look at Amazon. So this is one of the ones that has got earnings today, Amazon and Apple. Oh, look at Google. Really good strength on Google. Overall, Mags is down 2%. If anyone wants me to look at anything specific, do let me know in the chat. Do let me know in the chat if you want me to look at anything. Yeah, anything specifically. I can do that, of course. Gemmy just continues to bleed, as do most crypto-related stocks. Come on. Crow. Yeah, let's have a look at Crow. Where is it? Oh. That was, I mean, look at that. That is just looking more and more like the place where you should have just offloaded all Crowed on it. I'm still so mad I didn't short that on stream. I mean, let me get rid of these levels because obviously a lot of these are just done with now. We'll keep the upside one. Get rid of these levels. And that would, I mean, look at that buying in July there. At the moment, we have built, to be fair, nice support. But again, this is an area that needs to hold. If we lose that level, let's zoom out to see what we can grab. If we lose that area, then down towards 11 cents seems seems fair. Obviously, previous resistance would just be an SR test. So again, you know, this is a fairly simple one in it where, you know, you stay, even if you go lower, you stay in this box or above, and then obviously you look for that. If you break below the box, then down into there. And I think it's as simple as that on Crow. Bitcoin coming back down. Gold still going down. No, it's not actually. It is positive on the day by 2%. Pushing up, yeah. Let's have a look at it on 2 hour. Yeah, I mean, it held. This was my first kind of area of interest for gold, and I'm not a massive gold trader. I'll be honest. I have been messing around with it a little bit on BLOFIN since I discovered that there is Tether Gold listed on BLOFIN for trading in futures. So I've been messing around with it a little bit. Using the Stonksy 10-minute chart is fantastic. If you haven't checked out the 10-minute, we'll have a look in a sec, but it's fantastic that. But I've been messing around with it a little bit on BLOFIN. But yeah, this was kind of my first level of interest, just of it, you know, looking at where we could come down to structurally. And then I did have another 2 pinned in. Still red on the 2 hour, obviously after catching the downtrend. But yeah, the 10-minute is something I've been looking at now. Yeah, it's performed really, really well if you zoom out. I mean, obviously, this bit was more so the 1 hour had all the glory on this bit. But recently, I mean, the price action alongside the 10-minute chart has just been phenomenal for catching the bounces, catching the drops. I've really enjoyed looking at it. But yeah, it's positive on the day. And yeah, silver is up 2.5% as well. Can you look at pulling everything out? Can you look at pulling everything out? What a disappointment this bull run is. What do you mean? Pulling everything out? What do you mean, Sean? Is that kind of like tongue in cheek? I think that's tongue in cheek, innit? Like, does it mean that you just want to get to a point where you can sell and offload everything and just be done with it? Is that what you mean? Hello, Dr. Cucumber. How are we doing? Can you look at ZBCN? Yeah, do you know what? I think I actually have that somewhere down here. It don't matter. Let's see. ZBCN. Let's see. So what I would say with this is 2 things. Obviously, first thing would be you have some clear SR in here. So, you know, you've got clear point of support, then flip to resistance, then reclaim of support. And obviously it's done that since, you know, mid to late July, since it came back above here. So obviously this all along here is support and demand. If you fall below there, then, you know, you're probably looking at these two levels are just the most logical. And they're not too far away from each other, but still probably about 15-20%. And then below there, in here. So I think they'd be the three levels to the downside I'd be looking at again if you lose support. Now, what you could also look at is, that I've noticed just off the naked eye, is we are coming into volatility contraction, which you can display as a pennant if you want to, or you can just draw, you know, volatility contraction as its own. But you can see here, you know, you've got clear point where you've got descending trend line here. You've got this trend line, which, you know, was formed. You know, you can pull it even back to this bit if you want to create a bit more of an outlook. But you can see, obviously, you know, tested. So alongside horizontal, we've got this kind of really high time frame pennant coming in, and all this shows essentially is just volatility contraction. You know, prices coming to a point where volatility is being squozen, dried up, and at some point, you know, it will just go pop in either direction. So that's what I'd say. Obviously, to the upside, you know, you've got this area here. Oh, let me draw it as a box. Actually, again, this is gonna look quite messy, because I've got diagonals mixing with horizontals. But again, you know, to the upside, I'd be looking here, and then, you know, you're looking in this area here, and then you're looking obviously at the high. So yeah, you know, big key. This is massive pivot point, and then of course looking lower, and then of course if you hold this, then looking at the diagonal, and then looking at the horizontals. Bitcoin's still chilling at around 108. Oh, what have I done there? Don't need to open that. Getting to the point where I'm bored, mate. Waited 4 years, and a lot of my alts are below the bear market prices. It's the shame in it. That is the shame, and you know, and I think that is the frustration in it. It's just like, and I feel this as well, because you look back in hindsight, don't you, and you just say, if I would have done something different, if I would have done something like that, and it can be a completely different cycle. You know, for instance, if you just bought Solana, you know, it would be a completely different cycle for you, wouldn't it? If you'd have bought Hyperliquid, completely different cycle. Sui, completely different cycle. You know, basically any of the, you know, XRP, even XRP, completely different cycle. Doge, completely different cycle. Of course, if you would have offloaded it on the pump last year. There's a lot of altcoins out there that I look at as well in the same mind frame of, like, you know, just a difference in allocation, and it's just a completely different ball game in it, and a completely different outcome, and also just ease of hold. You know, for anyone that was just a Solana maxi and just went all in on Solana, they've just had a completely easy ride to a 10, 20, 30x, haven't they? So yeah, I feel your frustration, mate. It's a shame, innit? But you know, we still obviously have, and again, you know, you've got to remember as well, and I think it's quite difficult to remember, because obviously last year we had the big event coming up, didn't we? But this time last year, Bitcoin wasn't really doing anything. You know, if we go and have a look on the daily, let's get a clean chart. You know, this time last year, we was, where was we? There. We was here. We was here on Bitcoin. We were just pressing resistance. As you can see, we were just pressing resistance there. So it was at 72k. Then we had a couple days of bleed down into the election. And then, of course, things got going. which it's hard to try and remember that in it during times of frustration and that. But I mean, you just look at how quickly that moved. You know, literally, we were basically a week into November there as well. We're basically like a week into November, and before you know it, come the end of November into December, you know, literally a matter of 4, 5, 6 weeks, market completely turned on its head. You had XRP and Doge doing, you know, 5, 10x's. Just craziness. But yeah, I feel your frustration, mate, for sure. But yeah, thank you for joining me on today's stream, everyone. We haven't had the most volatility on stream. It's Bitcoin has kind of basically done nothing for the most part, apart from drop from here down to here, and then a little bit back up again. But yeah, obviously we'll be back tomorrow for Friday stream, weekend stream, and yeah, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Stay safe in the market. Do remember, key thing to remember today is before you go, after market close today, so after the US market closes, we do have Apple and Amazon earnings coming out. So key thing to remember that, obviously, for tonight. But apart from that, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll catch you all for tomorrow's Friday stream. Bye-bye.